But I think that there are other very complex layers there that 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 got him into off the path a couple of times. Um, and dumbing down was one that I'm sure that bothered him a lot because he knew how much he had in him, and the constraints of what our business is about said, okay, you have to do this to be up there in the boom. I never got very preachy with Tupac, no. I just, we were just very straightforward conversations. I didn't get preachy with him. Sometimes I do when I've got somebody I've known a real long time, and I'm trying to get them to be good to themselves, and be a little bit better, kinder to themselves, But he wasn't the kind of person that you could reach out to try to turn him around. I never sensed that because I had a feeling that he's a very, very driven person with a mission, as a revolutionary. He really did. He had that was deeply inbred in him, and he wanted to help save the world, his people, homeless, and everything. Couldn't understand why a place as big as the White House, couldn't take some homeless in at night, let them sleep on the probably up on the pavilion floor someplace. And I understand that, so I got a little of that too. And but he usually took very drastic steps to try to achieve what he wanted to get, and I think that's why we lost him. Well, that was just an unfortunate situation of what happened, and really it pains me now. It pains me now almost more than when it happened, because it's a big symbol. So he was going to meet me down to the hotel to talk about a lot of things. He was very interested, and I had the rights, and we're doing the picture now with Ice Cube and a pimp, Iceberg Slim's pimp. I knew Iceberg Slim way back in the day, and we had the rights to the book, and I was dying to do it with Tupac and Snoop Dogg. And man, were they ready. They used to call on stereo on the phones to talk about all the things they were going to do with it, And he was excited about that. So I asked him, told him, I said, when Mr. Shakur gets here, you tell him we'll get together a half hour later because I got to the dinner late. And so at 10 o'clock at the dot, she came and said, Mr. Shakur's here. And he said to tell you he's going to go back home and put on a shirt and a tie because he didn't know it was this kind of place. And he came back and he was showing some props, and that was beautiful because it was, and from there on in, it was just, he and Kadad and I and the lady I was with, we sat in the bar and talked for a long time, and it's amazing. Tupac was America's wildest nightmare. Please, energetic, young, black male, outspoken, totally uninhibited, knowledgeable about everything else, and had a very definite talent as a rapper and a poet and a writer and an actor. He was as good an actor as he was anything else, He was very talented. And but it was amazing energy level, amazing energy level mixed with rage and enthusiasm and everything else. And I just, it's hard to explain what happens with personas. I mean, all back through history in our business. It's outside of maybe saying that maybe God touched this one on the shoulder, and everybody doesn't get touched by God, but Tupac definitely was.